Hello and welcome to this week's video. This week we are looking at words and phrases used when looking at sustainable makeup. We focus on how makeup is not easily recycled and why makeup can be used anywhere. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay until the end to test your knowledge by taking the quiz this week. Anyway, let's start with the first word. Our first phrase this week is on a mission. So we'll look at the definition and how we would use this in an example sentence. But first of all, let's delve into how we pronounce this. On a mission. And again, on a mission. Great. So now we've tried pronouncing it, let's now take a look at how we define on a mission. This is when someone tries their best to complete an important task. Excellent. So now let's take a look at the example in a sentence. The TV presenter was on a mission to find out which types of makeup were the most environmentally friendly. Phrase number 2 this week would be ends up in a landfill. Let's take a look at the definition as well as an example sentence when it comes to ends up in landfill. But first, let's try and pronounce ends up in landfill. Ends up in landfill. Great. And let's try again. Ends up in landfill. Great. So now it's time to check out the definition. This means that when we throw litter in the dustbin, it will eventually be thrown into a hole in the ground with other litter. That's interesting. So why not learn more by looking at an example sentence? So let's take a look. Alice was unhappy she couldn't recycle her old makeup and it had to end up in landfill. The next phrase in this week's lesson is that of day-to-day basis. I wonder what this means. Well, let's take a look in the definition and have a look at an example. As ever, we'll now look at the pronunciation of day-to-day basis. Day-to-day basis. Great. And let's try again. Day-to-day basis. Fantastic. So let's learn a little more by looking into the definition. This is something which happens either every day of the week or most days of the week. So, with this information, now let's look at an example to learn a little more context. Amy puts on her makeup on a day-to-day basis when she goes to work and sometimes at weekends. Our penultimate word this week is come in handy. So, again, for this phrase, we'll take a look at the definition and also the example. But first, as ever, let's take a look at how we pronounce come in handy. Come in handy. Great. And again, come in handy. Fantastic. So now we can move on to learn about the definition. This is when something is thought of as being useful and easy to use wherever you are. Well, there's the definition. So let's learn more about come in handy by taking a look at an example. Jane kept her lipstick in her bag as she knew it would come in handy and she could put it on wherever she was. Our final word this week is convenient. So let's take a look at the definition and then an example. But firstly, let's learn how to pronounce convenient. Convenient. Great. And let's try again. Convenient. Fantastic. So now we've learned about the pronunciation, let's take a look at the definition. This word means something has been made so it is easy to use and can be done in most situations. Great! So now let's learn more with an example. Lipstick is made so it is convenient to use for women as it is small and easy to handle and can be put on wherever you may be. Now it is time to test your knowledge with our weekly quiz to see how much of today's lesson you can remember. We will ask you 3 questions on the vocabulary we have learnt within this video. The first question is, where do we throw something into which isn't recycled? Would it be A, landfill, B, land sink, or C, land trash? And the correct answer is A, landfill. Question number 2. On what basis is something done regularly? Would it be called A, job to job, B, task to task, or C, day to day? And the correct answer for question 2 is C, day to day. Question number 3. When something can come in handy, where can we carry out this task? Would it be A, only outside, B, everywhere, or C, only at home? And the correct answer is B, everywhere. Let us know in the comments box how you did during this week's quiz, and very well done if you got all 3 questions right. Thank you for joining us again today. If you have any questions about this video or would like us to explain a word for you from any meaning, then please put your question in the comments box below. We are always happy to help you out. Don't forget to like our video to help us gain further viewers and to improve our channel, enabling you an even better experience. Why not press the subscribe button and also the bell notification icon so you never miss any of our future videos. Next week we will be looking at words and phrases related to things we have to take to university. Anyway, thank you for joining us again today, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.